Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. We're going to talk about the Rise of Skywalker because that's all anybody seems to be talking about at this point, even though the general public doesn't seem too buzzed about this movie. I don't know. I'm getting kind of a weird vibe off of it here. I don't hear a lot of chatter about it, and I'm looking at the news to see where we're at with this movie. It only comes out in a couple of weeks, and you know, I'm seeing that the box office numbers may not be as good as Disney was hoping for, because there is a new marketing campaign. There's a new marketing campaign that we all have to go see The Rise of Skywalker, because this is it. This is it for Star Wars, and we're all in this together. All the Star Wars fans. We want all the Star Wars fans to come see this movie, because of course we do. We need to make some money. Got to make some money. Got to make some green milk off of this franchise. So before we get into the video, please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants. We're at about, where are we? 78,000 subs, 78,000 of you. Subscribe to the channel. I know a lot of you watch that haven't subbed. Please give us a sub. We're trying to get to 100,000. That would be amazing. It will help us bring you content. Get our hot takes on pop culture. So we really appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. So I want to start with the numbers, and we're going to talk about the Rise of Skywalker numbers, and we're going to talk about them beating the nostalgia drum that might even see the return of Wicket. Are they going there? Are they going to bring Wicket back? Are they going to kill him? They might kill him off. They'll blow Wicket up, because that's what they do. They kill off our legacy characters, and then they'll have a new young female Ewok to take over for Wicket, I'm sure. Wicket's daughter will take over for Wicket after they blow Wicket up. Okay, so Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker seeing 205 million plus opening. Here's why. That's actually not for Star Wars. That's not amazing. This coming from Deadline, then we're going to go out and see where, you know, some other outlets put the movie. We've been hearing for quite some time from exhibitors and distribution sources that advanced ticket sales are strong but not overly robust for Disney Lucasfilm's finale, The Rise of Skywalker, meaning in the way that they were for The Force Awakens at 247 million opening weekend and The Last Jedi at 220. Hence early AM estimates for the J.J. Abrams movie hitting tracking when averaged are 205, given the comparative titles provided. Now, what happened to everybody being like, oh my god, this is going to be bigger than the first one because it's the last Star Wars ever? Could it possibly be that maybe the previous two installments rubbed people the wrong way? Could it be The Last Jedi did more damage than Disney wants to admit? Yeah, I think that might be the case. So Adam Tickets had reported that the first day sales of Skywalker back on October 21st were their second best ever behind Avengers. And remember, Geeky did some digging, and Adam is owned by Disney. Adam has, Disney is heavily invested in Adam. They're not using Fandango. We haven't heard anything about Fandango. They're a much younger ticket retailer than Fandango. As of 8 a.m., this is 2 days ago, one tracking firm says 175 million, but that seems low. No, you know what? We saw this with Solo. Now, I do not think The Rise of Skywalker is going to massively underperform to the extent that Solo did. But we saw the same thing. They were crowing about pre-sales. They kept adjusting their numbers down. Solo was supposed to open with like 200 million, and then they dropped it to like 150 million, then down to 120 million, and then surprise, it only made 80 million. Only 80 million opening weekend, which for a Star Wars movie is very, very low. You know, again, Itchy Baka over at the appropriately named Disney Star Wars is Dumb website, which I'll put a link to. You know, he's been tracking the box office, and originally they were hoping for it to do gangbusters, 255 million. Hey, there we are. I didn't know we were on this. 255 million, then it adjusted down to 205, 200, 180 to 200, 175 to 200 as of the other day, and now they're saying that even 175 million. One tracking firm says 175 million 2 days ago. So even Deadline's admitting the ticket sales are soft. The ticket sales are soft. Now, that's not a flop by any means. That's just massively underperforming for a Star Wars movie. And they're never going to recapture The Force Awakens. they're never going to have that kind of buzz for a Star Wars movie again, because they had one shot to get the gang back together and they blew it. That's what everybody came to the theater for. They wanted to see Han, Luke, and Leia together one more time, and they blew it. They absolutely blew it. So this is coming from The Observer. It said, if it plays like The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker plays like The Last Jedi, it's looking at North American takes between 490 million and 588 million, and worldwide totals between a little over $1 billion and 1.2 billion. That would be something of a disappointment. To put this in perspective, we're talking worldwide, $1 billion. 490 to 588 for what is going to be a very expensive movie. To put this in perspective, the Joker passed $1 billion without playing in China. You know, the Joker made a ton of money off of a $50-60 million budget. So yeah, it's going to be somewhat disappointing, and you know, especially for Star Wars. Disney, I think, was hoping for another Avengers Endgame. They were hoping for another Avengers Endgame, and they've got their own tagline now. A brand new TV spot that reiterates tickets are on sale now at the very end. We're all in this till the end. That means Star Wars fans, all of you, even the ones who hate The Last Jedi, you have to come see this movie. This is like a subliminal marketing thing that they're doing. They just pulled this out of their ass, because at least with Avengers, whatever it takes, that made sense because it was repeated throughout the film. Maybe this is repeated throughout the film. We're all in this together to the end. All the Star Wars fans, even the haters, even the fandom menace. We want you guys to come back and see this movie, because we need you to come see this movie, because we can't have the last Star Wars movie in the Skywalker saga again, the last movie again, only make $490 million in the States. That would be embarrassing. Tickets are on sale. Get your tickets here. You gotta buy your tickets. Have to buy your tickets. Look at all those Star Destroyers. Aren't they cool? Pepperidge Farms remembers Star Destroyers. But these Star Destroyers have lasers on their heads. You have to go see it. You have to go see this movie, because we need you to go see this movie. Because the numbers keep going down, down, down. And everybody is starting to say, hey, this is not going to be the massive hit that people were hoping for. Again, Atom ticket sales, didn't mention Fandango. They mentioned Atom tickets. And they are, you know, owned by Disney, partially owned by Disney. So there's a lot of weirdness going on here. I don't think the ticket sales are as good as people said they are. Now, again, I don't think this one's going to be a flat-out bomb. I don't think it's going to be a flat-out bomb. But they even point out that there is some stiff competition coming from Jumanji, coming from Cats, of all things. You know, I mean, we live in a world where cats could actually damage Star Wars. That's pretty scary. Where a Jumanji movie could damage Star Wars. But it's true. Jumanji and cats are probably going to take a chunk of the family audience. But all these news sites doing articles about this teaser, talking about, you know, the Emperor. They got to pull the Emperor card again. This will be the final word in the story of Skywalker. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Buy your tickets here. Get your tickets. You know, and I mentioned this before in a couple other videos. I don't know if you guys missed it or not, but there's some weird stuff with the ticket sales going on. It does seem kind of desperate-ish. Anyway, there's kind of desperate-ish because, you know, Disney annual pass holders, normally they don't market movie tickets to annual pass holders, as I understand it, but we had some pass holders write us and say that Disney is actually pushing them to buy Rise of Skywalker tickets now. They're sending out email blasts telling them to buy tickets. I know that I've gotten all kinds of marketing emails, you know, buy tickets, buy tickets, buy tickets. If the ticket sales are good, Disney doesn't need to push them. I don't think they're that good. I think they had an initial push at the beginning, just like Solo, some numbers they could brag about, and then it just sort of, you know, died off. It's kind of like Galaxy's Edge, where when it first opened, we had all the diehard Star Wars fans that were still on board go, and then after that, everything, the general audiences stopped caring. So this is why, you know, J.J. Abrams now, he's already kind of preemptively trying to blame certain segments of the fandom, you know, and I don't think Disney, I just don't think they're reading the tea leaves right. I don't think they understand how damaged this brand actually is, or they fully understand, and they're just looking for, you know, a scapegoat at this point. You know, why did this movie fail? It was the fandom menace, who didn't matter before. They were just a small vocal minority before. Why did this movie fail? Cats came out. And you know, we had a snowstorm that week, and that's why people didn't come out to see the last Star Wars ever. Oh, The Mandalorian hurt the Rise of Skywalker, because now we're giving Star Wars away for $6.99 a month, and now because people can get The Mandalorian, that hurt the Rise of Skywalker, and blah 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 blah. So there will be, if this movie underperforms, I guarantee you there will be just months of articles written about what went wrong, blaming fandoms, blaming everybody but Disney, blaming everybody but Lucasfilm, blaming everybody but Kathleen Kennedy, because we're talking the last movie in the Star Wars Skywalker saga again, and if people don't support it, there's gonna be hell to pay. There absolutely is gonna be hell to pay. But go see it so you can watch Wicket die, because we got to make sure your childhood is completely dead. Kill the past, kill it all. Before I wrap this one up, one good bit of news: dying Star Wars fan gets to see the Rise of Skywalker preview. You know, if it's somebody's dying wish to see this movie, I think it's good on Disney and good on Lucasfilm to be able to accommodate people like that. I mean, there have been cases before where movie studios haven't been able to, for whatever reason, and they were actually pretty good about that. So I will give them props for that. All right, so let's wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.